Welcome friends, my name is Ijaz Kazi. I am going to talk about in this video the correlation between what is happening now, which is the COVID, with the project management, some of the project management principles, and how this COVID response can be considered as one of the most influential projects. Because every world is getting affected through this, and many of the countries, or entire world for that matter, are struggling to cope with this. Many people are involved. The normal people are at the center, and there are a lot of people who are working about how to settle or to have a solution about it, to create a vaccine. That's another project. But this is the project which is one of the most riskiest project which has been done in the world so far. That is my view. And let us look at some of these similarities between the project management and what is being happening today in terms of the response to the COVID. So we'll go through in detail. This is a slightly longer video, but I hope it will give a lot of value to you. Thank you very much for listening. So let's start. Welcome once again. COVID-19 is the word which is buzzing in entire world, which is giving troubles to entire world, trouble to entire humanity in that matter. This is the most influential and complex project. The response to this situation is all about. Let us look at what has happened in the past. I think before most of us were born, what were the biggest crises which happened in the world before this? World War II happened. More than 200 countries got affected. The impact was there everywhere. COVID is impacting almost entire region of the world. And that's the similarity, if you can draw between these two. The impact there, the impact here right now with the coronavirus. You can see it is covered entire world. You can see the symbol of mask here. It has impacted the entire world, and that's the magnitude of this problem. And the response to this also has to be something different. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to contain. So this analogy I want to draw over here. We are in a situation like building a plane while it is flying. So situation is getting grim, and we are also making the response. So it's like creating a plane when it is flying. You got what I'm saying? We are in a situation where the risk is happening, the issues are happening, and we are also trying and giving the response when it is happening. So we are trying to building a plane when it is flying. This is the situation we are in, and this is one of the most complex things to do. Let us relate some of these project management knowledge areas. Most of you are knowing this. What are the knowledge areas? And we'll go one by one. Before that, we salute to all the warriors and say thank you for doing the wonderful job, still doing wonderful job to contain this. Lots of showers, lots of thanks to all these COVID warriors. These are wearing different hats almost on a daily basis. They are taking care of patients while they are into situation. That's what I said, building a plane when you are actually trying to build a plane when it is flying. So you are surrounded by coronavirus and you are trying to help people. This is what this picture shows. Very important picture. This is a corona warrior who is impacted, surrounded by coronavirus, and he's trying to still save the people. And that is what I related to building a plane when it is flying. So what they are wearing? They are wearing different hats, taking care of patients, taking care of their families, taking care of community, taking care of themselves. If they are not able to take care of themselves, they will not be able to give support to the others, taking care of their colleagues, taking care of friends. So this is very important, and once again I salute them. Now look at the knowledge area. First knowledge area is scope. And scope is here 100% related to life of people, and that's the overall scope. You can see the magnitude of scope here. When we do a project, we have small scopes, we have limited project boundaries. Within that we have to work. This is worldwide. This is related to life and death of the people, and that's why the scope is 100% related to people. Currently, the data, when I got this data, 80% in quarantine, 50% on oxygen, 5% on ventilator. This was the data. This data is improving now. This could be the older data, but these are the situation where people are either in quarantine or on oxygen level, or they are onto the ventilators. Now let us look at what is the time factor. time factor, we can see the number of cases increasing even currently right now, and time since the first case, the cases were rising without resources. Now the cases are getting flattened. Somewhere the cases have again started increasing. People are saying the second wave is coming, but time is becoming more critical here, because day by day the situation is getting into a difficult mode. Time taken by virus to get active and start impactive. Let us look at the time parameters. Time taken by virus to spread in community. This has gone in stages, right? And we have seen the stages. Time taken by patient to understand the symptoms. Sometimes patients don't understand. Sometimes they understand, but they don't want to disclose. Time taken for treatment. Time taken for development of treatment of vaccines. So everything related to time, right? From the inception of the virus to the spread, to the patient knowing whether he is getting into that symptoms or no, the time taken for treatment, and finally what is going to be time taken for the treatment or vaccine. And every word is looking at that now, vaccine, but time is a factor there. It cannot come in 1 day or 2 days time. So the second aspect or second knowledge area of project management is related to time, and this again I have related accordingly. Cost. Everybody finally will get down to cost. Some people are saying this is the cost of treatment, this is the cost of testing, this is the cost of retesting, this is the cost of PCR testing, this is the cost of antigen testing. People are now predicting what would be the cost of vaccine, the distribution channels, what will be the cost for distribution channels, finally what would be the cost for the people to get vaccine. So there are various figures being thrown out right from the day one. The figures are changing, and ultimately it brings down to the cost, right? And everybody is worried about it. People have gone, paid lakhs and lakhs rupees in the hospital, come back. Some people have gone to some quarantine center with some lesser cost. They have come back. Some people who have got other issues earlier needed to be taken care of more seriously. The solution would have been different. The cost for the solution would have been different. So this is a cost part of it. Here, cost of life is more important than anything else, and that's where the magnitude of cost knowledge area is here. Like we have seen scope, the cost is related to, or cost is more important than saving a life, and that's where we have to look at it when we look at the cost as a knowledge area. Risk, this is one of the biggest example of unknown risk, which is nobody could have thought what would happen, and that is why risk important. The biggest risk here is to the health workers who are giving their they are into the continuous exposure. This is the unknown risk which nobody is aware how to take about. Availability of PPEs was the issue. There was a gap of demand and supply. Now it is getting stabilized. Availability of healthcare facilities was the issue. Hospitals in remote areas were not available. The kind of ICU required, they were not available. The quarantine wards were not available. People not following the instruction is another major risk here. Very major risk. Still people are not understanding, and this is leading to a community spread, and this has already gone in. Still in the scenario we are in now, people are not understanding this. So this is another bigger risk. Stress related issues to health workers, because they have to be continuously available to take care of the issues. Economical impact. This has got a fallout of this has already seen impact to many industries. Industries like hospitality, aviation, they have already seen. Many people have lost their jobs, and this fallout is going to continue for some more time. So that's the very big risk which is going to again go up in the coming future, and the uncertainty is increasing till the time the vaccine comes. There are a lot of rumors, a lot of new news which are coming out. And these are some of the factors in this which we have to consider even when we do into project management. Or the next important thing about is human resource. There is a demand and supply gap between the health workers, the training, because this is unknown, what kind of training which was required, long working hours, stress, how do you manage those? People who are working from home, they are getting homesickness, there is an issue of stress coming there. The health workers become the carrier of the virus is another issue. So how do we tackle? This is another element which is thrown out of this virus, about how do we handle human resource, right from the demand supply gap, the training, the competencies, the stress related to it, and they themselves becoming a carrier. HR issues is getting complicated in other industries too. So this is related to only healthcare facilities or healthcare workers, but this is also impacting other industries, loss of jobs. How HR is going to handle those situations is one more area which we have to look out. So empathy, being togetherness, motivating, engaging, and communication is what HR has a lot of role to play in coming days, and they have to keep people together. They have to have empathy when they deal with a lot of you can say tough decisions, and everything is going to be very, very important, right from the empathy, being together, communication, keeping engaged, and motivating them in this situation. If you look at the COVID healthcare issues, there are intra-communication which is happening between the doctors, health workers, and medical community. A lot of data goes to government, a lot of data goes to the people who are working on the vaccine. So that's the intra-communication which is happening within the industry. Doctor to patient community is very, very critical, because patient, when he knows that he's going to positive or in his hospital, has a lot of impact on his mental health. Community to community communication, because a lot of data has to be made public. A lot of positivity has to be shown when they made it to public. Otherwise, again, the public sentiments will have issues. So a lot of government institutes are coming in. They are giving the right data. A lot of preventive measures are being discussed. It is important to minimize myths by effective communication, because lots of myths are getting created. First of all, this was unknown risk, and people are not aware of this. And within that, if you start getting myths and rumors, it becomes an issue. That's why a proper communication becomes a very, very important tool. Telemedicine played a very important role. Arogya Setu played a very important role. Doctor getting into screen from your mobile screen, giving advice to you to take care of your other issues. Even if you don't have COVID patients, even for the COVID patients, people are talking from the mobile screens, and they are able to communicate through telemedicine. So this another important avenue which has come up in this. Telemedicine has become very, very important. It has played a big role in this condition, because meeting people to people was an issue here to avoid the disease spread. Procurement is another knowledge area. So I am going through each knowledge area here, and this is all it is linked. Procurement of PPEs, getting the PPEs together, procurement of medical equipments, the beds, the oxygen was the issue. Make in India became a very, very important part to create this. Ventilators became issue. So procurement played very, very important role, and still playing very, very important to take care of supply demand and making availability of what is required to take care of the patients, in time, because we are talking about life and death of our people. Quality has again played some important. Quality of testing, quality of medical equipments, quality of PPEs, all quality of treatment, all these were talk of the issues, right? And we have been talking now also. So quality became very, very informed. Quality of health infrastructure was a starting point. Quality of testing, the issues about testing, the results, medical equipments, the PPEs were not proper, and a lot of issues. So quality was center of the attraction, or is rather center of attraction. And the more important thing is stakeholders. There are many people who are involved in this actual project. Community, media, government, administration, police, health workers, doctors, patients, and if they are handled properly, if they are worked as a team, they can make the difference going forward. They have made the difference during this pandemic, and they will make the difference. So community, the stakeholders are very, very important, and here everybody is becoming stakeholders. Nobody is left apart. Change is going to happen, and change is a part of project. So we're going to see a lot of change in our life, the way we act, the change in behavior, the working with the PPEs, looking at what we talk about preventive, increasing the immunity. These are only talked in some of the seminars and all. Now these are become talking points for each and every common people. How do we regenerate? How do we improve our immunity? How we work with change of having PPEs in. So it's very important to understand this decision making, because here the decision is about life and death, and here ethics and guidelines will play a critical role when we deal such situation, because here we are not talking about any loss of money, we're talking about loss of life, and that's why decision making is very critical here. Lot of lessons is going to be learned, very tough lessons. People going through a lot of experiences, they will teach a lot of lessons. They will be able to take care of their health in near future in a right way. Bedside learning, the people who are becoming a medium between the doctor and patients. Digital transmission, what we are seeing right now, what I am talking about, I have never done that. We are going online, everything is happening online. People are still reaching out digitally, transforming the entire way of doing things.
helping each other through digitally, sharing the knowledge. Education has gone online. Classes right from class 1 to further classes are online. The students or young children have got now immune to the digital screens because they have to go online, understand, learn. A lot of nano innovations have happened. A lot of innovations of masks and various things have happened. A lot of herbal medicine, a lot of things have come up, and we are now thinking about a lot of issues about insurance. Insurance companies came up with their policies. All these things have given a lot of lessons. The agility, the flexibility, because here no one size fits all. That's very important, and these lessons are going to give lot of lessons for the future communities, for the future generations. Integration. If everything is not integrated, you will not be able to reach to the of saving people, and whatever we have seen so far, all the knowledges have to be integrated, and then we'll be able to achieve. So whatever the success rate we have achieved so far, and we will continue to achieve based on everything is integrated. Everybody is in the same seamless integration, so that the things worked out. The responsibility of healthcare facilities. The healthcare facilities have undergone to change. Earlier, you must have seen ICUs working in a closed compartment with a lot of condition. Now ICUs are opening in open areas. They are there in the beds are there in the parking lots. So a lot of things have changed there. The 5 T's we are going to get very, very important here is testing, treatment modality, how do we track, how do we train, and how do we transform finally. So when the vaccine comes, how do we take care of these 5 T's will drive the success of coming out of these issues. And with this, I am ending the session here. I hope you have got relation between the knowledges of the project and how COVID is linked and how it can be successful, how it has been successful so far in whatever way, because it was unknown for all of us. With this, I will make a small request of reading my book, which is available on this Amazon. Link is given here. I request you to go through this book and give your feedback. Thank you very much. We should stand together in this very, very tough situation. Thank you very much.